Hey everyone, welcome to another Crunch The Compressor. My name is Ben, and today I'm working with the PSP Twin-L limiter by Professional Sound Projects. Now this is a pretty cool limiter compressor plugin. It's not out to emulate any of the other vintage modeled emulators, but this is PSP's own take on an Opto and a VCA style circuit in this plugin, and it sounds pretty good. So I've got it on the 2-bus here on this mix in the background, and we're just going to check it on with some default settings and mess around with it. So let's turn it on. This has the typical attack, release, input, output, and the ceiling acts as your threshold here for the gain reduction. It's on the VCA circuit right now, and then the soft and hard compressor limiter settings. So again, familiar type knobs and other compressor VSTs. You can hear the life it brings out of the mix. VCA type circuit has a much faster release. You can watch here the gain reduction needle just going back to zero pretty quick here. And if you switch it to Opto, I've got the release kind of fast right now, but if you switch to Opto, watch the needle and you'll see it go down a lot more slower. See the way the different release settings work with those circuits. This also does come with the typical kind of high pass filter here, so let in some of the low end without getting affected by the compressor circuit, and with a monitor switch here, which is nice. So if we flip that on, you can hear this is the signal that's being compressed here, and as you sweep through the high pass filter, you can hear some of that low end being filtered out. Again, this is what the compressor is reacting to right here. So useful if you have a lot of low end that you don't want to have the compressor overreacting to. If you want to get some of that kick drum or some of the lower bass frequencies through without being compressed. There's also a stereo link here, which gives a nice left and right independence of the circuit, or linked together from 0 to 100. Let's set that so you can hear. It really does open up the stereo image very nicely here, so let's try that. So this is 0, and I'm gonna go to way to 100 and check it out. So definitely pretty cool sounding. Just go through a little more extreme gain reduction settings here. So you can hear the compressor circuits really reacting to the material. 9 to 12 really extreme gain reductions here, which typically you might want to blend in to get some of that grit that the compressor is distorting, and blend that in to taste. So let's do that right now. You can see, but blending it in with those extreme settings gives it a fullness. Let's try it with it's on the VCA circuit right now. Let's see what this sounds like with the Opto. Again, much slower release. And we'll play with some of the settings here. Take that stereo link back to default. Double clicking on it will take it to the default 50%. A little bit left, a little bit right. And that one seems to work pretty well. Give it a nice life to it. So definitely a pretty cool sounding plugin, the PSP Twin-L limiter. I wouldn't use this the same way I would use an L1 limiter, or a FabFilter Pro L or something like that, but really more used as this kind of a nice coloration compressor, a nice way to add a little more juice, a little more bounce to the track. Definitely sounds pretty good, so I think you'll have a lot of fun with this one. Let's go through some presets here. PSP put together some drum, bass, guitars, keys, vocals, and a special one here. Let's try some of these. So this is what the boost sounds like. So again, this is the PSP Twin-L Professional Sound Projects limiter. Very good sounding limiter compressor. Check it out when you get a chance. We'll see you next time.